hysterical.
Yeah, this is hilarious.
I think it's great.
Okay.
Is
So-
anybody else finding this funny? Is anybody else finding people mocking me funny? I don't think so, guys. You guys are all really upset right now, right? You're upset like I am.
Bro, I don't even know what to say.
Dude, the fake
So-
laugh isn't gonna do
Oh,
very
no.
well for you after you were just crying and whining about
I
how
think-
it was too similar to Sinthe.
And
So I was
I'm-
making
I
fun
think
of you.
no, I think it was a real laugh. I think Proud Phoenician finds it funny.
No,
too.
it's
I think Proud
genuinely
Phoenician.
funny.
Nobody finds it
I
funny.
think he's
Even
genuinely bought the
Ergen.
joke.
I actually. Okay, look. So I'm gonna ask a question, and I just don't want to be interrupted for around 1 minute.
Do it. Ask
And-
the question. Stop saying you're
Okay.
gonna ask the question. Ask it. Spit it out.
Okay, so if it's the case that our original categories, right, are formed because of some sort of evolutionary usefulness, right? Are you asserting that our definitions for example, like gender, are also part of this evolutionary process because they are referring back to the categories for the evolutionary process?
They might
And
have
that
been.
these, well,
I'm
okay,
sorry. It
and
sounded like
that
the end of
these-
your question. My apologies.
okay, and that these actually don't track on still to our need for any sort of survival need. They're just sort of
So-
useless.
So it seems like you've forgotten the last bit of the conversation. So I'm gonna just say the same thing I said to you last time, and this time I just sit tight and just try and internalize it. Okay. So whenever I say that it could have been the case that at a time evolutionary pressures caused us to make categorizations, right? Now it could be the case that they were the most useful categorizations. Was that true? I'm not sure. I don't know how well we were deliberating back then. We know that moral philosophy, for example, has changed a great deal since even 100 years ago, right? So we're talking at the very beginning of language. I don't know if people were really good at deliberation. I don't know if they were very good at logical thinking. But I would tell you there would probably be some kind of pressure to develop certain categorizations. Now, what we ought to do right now is not going to be the same as what we ought to do back then because we have different abilities. We have different capabilities. Ought implies can. If we can do more things, we might have different abilities to do things. And therefore, our prescriptions about words should change. I have no idea how this would be relevant whatsoever to the to the conversation we're having right now about how we categorize things. Because in the
wait.
past, they might have been categorized
Okay.
differently.
So
Right?
well,
We're not
I'm
two
just
cavemen debating right now. I don't want to talk about what they should have done in caveman times. It's done. I want to talk about what we should do now.
yeah, but okay. So the question was, right? I'm assuming when you're talking about survivability and such and usefulness, you're referring to some sort of utility, right?
I'm referring to utility when I say what we ought to do. I'm a hardline utilitarian.
Okay. So I'll understand that for now. But are you saying that there's actually a utility based deliberation when we're defining words?
Yes, there ought to be. Just because some people might make mistakes about that doesn't mean that ought not
And-
be how we do that, right? I think that
Okay,
some
that's
people are going to
fine.
deliberate based on utilitarianism. Other people are going to deliberate in other ways. Whenever you're giving me a moral conundrum, some people might deliberate in ways based on categorical rules, the categorical imperative deontology. Some people might deliberate on the idea of what a good person ought to do, so what is most virtuous. And other people, like me, will deliberate on the consequence of an action, either through some kind of rule consequentialist view or an act consequentialist view.
Okay,
do.
I understand this.
I don't
but-
think you do. I think that's why you're asking such
Okay.
dumb questions.
No,
right? I'm
no,
making
no,
sure
no.
that you understand.
If your statement is just definitions should be deliberated on based off of utilitarianism, then that's fine, right? But if there's something that you're saying that's akin to definitions historically and now are deliberated on based off of utilitarianism,
I'm not
or
saying
some sort of
historically they
consequence.
were. I think that people made moral mistakes in the past. I think we've done a lot
Okay,
of
that's
really
fine.
bad things based on our morals in the past.
Okay, that's fine. So you're just saying that we should deliberate on
On utilitarianism
definitions
now.
using utilitarianism now, and then that would
Yes.
lead to your definition.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh, is this a
that's
trans
fine.
debate? I thought you were talking about definitions being non-propositional.
No,
Do you just
no.
wanna grant that?
I wait. What did you say? No. Wait, hold up. Can you?
Well, it's too intense.
Oh yeah, it's actually super intense.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm making sure you're good. All right, last time you
Bruh.
got really salty, so I'm making sure we're still in the
I'm
cool
not
zone,
salty,
right?
it's fine.
You didn't sound salty back then.
Okay. So just to make it clear, when I'm talking about definitions not being prescriptive per se, I'm just saying free sort of deliberation, right, that we're talking about, the way people currently use definitions is operating on some sort of shared definitions that you are trying to alter with utilitarianism, right? I'm just saying that previous to this, they're just operating on
If you're saying
a
there are
majority.
descriptive ways of using words, I'm just going to agree with you. Everyone's going to agree
Okay,
with you.
well, yeah,
Like
then
the,
that's
you
fine.
could
That's
make
all.
a statement,
That's
like a
all I was
descriptive
saying.
statement. I'm asking, what would the truth maker be for that? For
It
those
would
statements,
just
though?
be if the majority agree with the way that we're using this thing, right? In whatever community you're in, then that's what that word means.
That's
And
what
real
that.
quick,
How do we define a community? To what extent does language have to
I
change if we're no
genuinely,
longer within a
well,
community,
just
right?
okay. Wait, what did you say?
Yeah, so these are the problems you're going to be running into whenever you have this view, right? You'd have to say like, oh yeah, the community is going to be defined as X and Y. Really, the problem you're going to run into a lot of the time as well is that certain words are just going to be there's going to be some definition that's used majority in one place that's not going to be used in the majority of other places. There's going to be different scopes to the amount of the usefulness of a definition, and then also whenever we're making categorizations. Again, I'm just going to repeat to you that I don't think they're propositional because these are categorizations that we make. I can make a categorization of like proud and every single thing that is green in the world, right? That'd be a categorization. That's not a true or a false definition, right? It's just a category I've given you. That would just be the definition of like whatever word. It's called like blurb, right? That'd be the definition of that word. It doesn't seem that they're propositional.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused on what you're talking about here. If you're just saying that, look, the communities might have contradicting definitions, therefore this view is bad, then I just don't think that's attacking the view. I
No,
would
if you
agree with
say
you.
like there's a true definition, right? But then you're also telling me that this definition is like there isn't
Well,
a true definition.
remember,
Then the
I'm
true
saying
definition is gonna like depend on the area.
in
And then I'm just
yeah,
gonna like I'm
true,
wondering
true.
like
I agree.
what's
I
the truth?
agree. The true
Okay, well then it
definition
seems that
depends on the area.
so when you say true definition, you just mean descriptively how people use a
Yeah.
word. Is that what you mean?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, well rather than getting into like theories of truth with you, I just say like I agree with that. I just think you're using the words wrong, and using
Okay.
them in a silly way. Right? I don't think that's what most people mean when they say
I'm just
definitions in
saying
a truth
according
act.
to a set of rules, right? If
Yeah, if
we're
I
looking
say
for the correct
true things are
definition,
things that I agree with, right? And then I were to say, it's true that what do you call it? It's true it is the case
yeah.
that
So
the sky is black right now, right?
we
And
would just say,
and it
okay,
actually wasn't, right? Let's say
bunker.
it's midday. Please stop cutting me off. I'm trying to explain to you where you're
Okay.
mistaken.
I literally understand what
I
you're
just
trying to
told you
say.
to
You're just
stop saying
misunderstanding.
talking, and you
I'm
immediately
not going
started
to stop
talking again.
talking if you're going to go
Well,
on a
yeah,
rant
I know
about
you're not gonna
nothing.
stop talking.
Yeah,
It
based.
just I just need you to
Anyways,
let me finish the point.
you're going
Holy
to
shit, dude.
strawman
Do you
me,
talk? Do you
and I'm
act
just
like that?
yes,
Nobody's been
yes,
strawmanning
yes.
you.
All the
Nobody's
answers are
strawmanning
yes.
you.
Yes, you
Okay.
are.
Do you
So I'm
act
going
this
to
way? Like
restate my
whenever
point.
somebody, whenever you
Yes,
go to like the
yes,
grocery
yes, yes,
store, they
yes,
ask you
yes,
whether you want
yes.
a paper or plastic
Yep,
bag. You
yep,
like
yep,
talk
yep,
through them
yep,
there
yep, yep,
too.
yep,
You
yep,
just have
yep.
no.
All that, yeah.
Okay, dude. Shit.
Okay. So,
But so I'm
anyways,
gonna
I'm going
finish
to
what I was
restate
saying.
my
I'm just gonna
point.
continue to
So,
talk through you. And we're gonna
so
see how far you get into the sentence
the
without you trying to
actual
interrupt me. Okay?
position
We're gonna
is
see how
that
far. Okay.
there is
Somebody
a
time this
hinge
guy.
belief
We're gonna
in which,
see.
if
Right?
we assume
So
some sort of
whenever
wait,
I say
0
things
seconds.
like it is
like you
true that is
fucking
the
dog.
case, anything the
Look,
truth
animal,
maker
let's
for
calm down.
propositions is just
One sec.
whether I agree with them or not. Right? That's the truth maker. If
Okay.
Dog,
So
you're so gay for that. Proud Phoenician, massive
no,
L.
wait.
Oh my god.
Okay,
You
sorry, Sin. Sorry,
muting
Sin.
Bucks so that you can interrupt. Muting Bucks so you can interrupt. Cringe as fuck.
Is it really cringe, Sin? Can you tell me
Yeah,
why?
wait, because you just muted somebody else because so you could interrupt them.
Yeah, wait. Explain on
Yeah, it's
that,
cringe.
like a little bit more.
You want me to explain?
Okay. So I'm going to restate my position, just so I don't get strawmanned. Who unmuted? Okay. So when I'm saying
Bro, I
true,
did.
all I'm saying is true according to some set of rules, right? I'm not sort of trying to use it in some meta sense. I'm just saying that if we take this set of rules to be, you know, there, if we were to take that, following would be these definitions, right? It
yeah,
would be,
so I
yeah,
actually
that sounds
perfectly
fine.
understood your position, right? And you just said I strawmanned you, and this is why you should shut the fuck up whenever people are saying things because you're gonna
Okay.
misunderstand them.
I
Right? You're
believe
gonna say
you. I
really
believe you.
stupid shit.
I believe you.
If I were to take the rule set was that truth makers are things that I believe, it would follow that if I believe something, it is true. Right? If I were to presume those rules, right? I just don't think that's what people are talking about when they say something is true. I think there's something else there. There's some other kind of theory of truth that we're working under. And if you want to get into theories of truth, I'm sure we could talk about that sometime. But I genuinely don't think a majority of people agreeing on something is a truth maker's thing you're going to hold to whenever it comes to any other category of thing.
Yeah, but I'm not. I'm not using truth in a meta sense. I'm just saying
So if you're not using truth to mean truth, then no shit, dog. This is why we disagree.
Okay.
If you mean truth as in something that is not meaning something that's true, like it's shit, dude.
If you were to ask me, right, in the context of like a fucking Minecraft game, if putting like lava and water together makes stone, right? I'm gonna say yeah, that's true, right? Am I using truth in the meta sense that like actually lava and water making stone is actually a fact about like a separate reality, not in Minecraft or something like that?
I would say that would be true, because the concepts that you're describing there. I subscribe to a theory of truth that things that describe concepts are what's going to make them true, that accurately describes concepts. And you're just describing concepts within Minecraft, right? So those conceptualizations, you're making a true description of them within your head. So yeah, it would be a true statement, right? But I'm not going to say it's not true because we're presuming weird, wacky Minecraft rules, because these are going to be wildly different from what you're proposing. You're just proposing that when you say true, you don't actually mean true. You just mean something else by that. And if you just mean about something else by that, that's fine, right? I don't think definitions are truth apt, right? I think a majority of people disagree with the way that you're using the word true, and that's going to be the problem you're going to
Okay, I mean that's fine. If it's just a semantic difference, it's whatever. I don't know if a majority of people disagree, but if I'm just saying that like if we take that people like hold certain definitions and those definitions exist concretely, then I can say it's true that people have these definitions. Somebody unmute Sinthe, 1 sec. I'll do it.
Yeah, it is true that people have these definitions. Nobody's going to disagree with that, right? But
yeah,
and
it's also true that when they use those definitions, they're referring to the things that they like refer to, right?
Yeah, when people are referring to things, they're referring to things. I agree, dude. This is a profound idea.
Yeah.
I think you're the first one to come up with
Whoa.
That's fucking crazy, dog.
Yeah, wait. They're referring to the things that the definitions are supposed to be referring to, right? That's all
supposed to be. See, now that's the norm. Now that's the normative
Oh,
word, and that's where we're gonna disagree.
When I say supposed to be, I'm just saying they made whatever the definition is meant to describe. That's what they are describing when they use that word.
Describe. It's meant to describe what it should be describing.
Right? Holy fuck! No, what they intend.
No, when you said it should describe, you meant something other than it should describe.
I never said it should describe.
No, you just did actually. You literally just did say that.
Well,
I don't know if you think lying about the words that came out of your mouth is going to.
I never said it should.
Yeah, you did. You said supposed to, meant, and should. You said all those.
I don't remember saying.
Bruh.
Mental, dude. So it's just like so. If it's just like whenever you say something is true, and you also don't mean true whenever you say true, and you don't mean shit whenever you say should, dog. I don't know if we're gonna have a very good conversation here.
No, wait, no. I think you guys are like incapable of having like human conversations, bruh. Like,
you literally interrupted me. You kept talking through me. You misunderstood what I said, and then you server muted me, dog. What do you mean I'm incapable of having a normal human conversation?
Here's the thing, because I was trying to
in the normal human world, the server me button doesn't exist.
Wait, sorry, you're saying Bunk is incapable?
Yeah. Like
you're saying it's impossible Bunk's capable?
Yeah, that sounds modal.
It's gonna be a modal statement, right? I'm just gonna need to clarify the modality on that one.
Like you mean like causal?
Alright, you guys are all robots.
No, I genuinely, I've seen this exact line before, but I genuinely like do not know where this comes from. Where's the culture that modality?
Ask yourself.
Oh, okay, so they're ask yourself clones.
We're asking. I thought.
Ask yourself, dude. Me and I'm a big Ask Yourself fan.
See,
me and AY go way back.
I really like Ask Yourself's prescriptions surrounding the well-known debater Sinthe. I think in principle it is good to kill people.
Oh no! Let's hold it. Let me correct. Bunk, I have to correct the record. Ask Yourself likes me now. Okay, we're cool now.
Okay.
Oh, now okay.
Yeah.
Now it's the case.
There was a period in time in which Ask Yourself wanted me to die. That is true.
To clarify, I agree with Ask Yourself's old prescription concerning the YouTubers.
Nobody gives a fuck about whatever your like long forgotten like online debate lore is, right? What I'm saying.
You
What
really
was
brought
that?
up ask yourself.
Oh my god!
You
oh
brought
my
up
god,
ask
whoa, whoa,
yourself.
whoa,
I don't give a
whoa,
fuck
whoa,
about
chill,
ask
chill, chill,
yourself. I
chill,
don't know what
chill,
you're
chill.
talking about. Ask
You guys
yourself.
are so debate brained. I don't know, like how many fucking like, milligrams of caffeine. It's like anytime somebody says something, you immediately respond.
You think?
But just look, okay, yeah. What are you
Yeah,
gonna say?
I
What are you gonna
respond
say,
to the
Bunk?
arguments people give me. If that's debate
Yeah,
brain, I'm
because
doing better than you. Dude, I'm
okay,
really
yeah,
debate
because
brain. I really like
anytime.
it when I respond to people's arguments. When people say
Wait,
things, I like
nobody's even
responding to them.
making an argument. We're literally
You were
just like
trying to, right? I agree
okay.
you weren't making a good argument, if that's what you're talking about.
Okay. What do you mean when you say argument?
I mean a set of propositions which lead to a conclusion.
Okay. So
What?
that's fine.
What was that question?
wait,
Okay,
so wait. So when you say argument, right? What do you mean by that? Stop being debate brain, okay? What do you mean by that? What do you mean when you say argument? Whoa, wait. What do you mean when you say argument?
Wait, what if he just means everything and nothing?
Yeah, it means the true contradictions that exist within
No,
the
just the set of all
dialectic.
things and the set of no things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait.
True.
Bunk. So when I'm talking about you being incapable of conversation,
Mhm.
I'm talking about the fact that you refuse to let people talk.
You talked through me for like a good 10 seconds, dude. You interrupted
What a
me,
cry
talked
bully.
through me. You're insane. You're
Okay.
crazy. Dude has like literally switched our place in the conversation in his head. He's like trying to remember through like my subjective experience. It's
Remember, Bunk. We originally were having a normal conversation, and then
yeah,
I
we were
said
having
you
a normal
were. Wait,
conversation.
whoa,
Then you
whoa, whoa!
started
Now
interrupting me. You talked through me and you muted me,
hey,
dude.
you
That's
fucking
when we were having
idiot.
a normal
I'm
conversation.
going to
It was
mute you
before
again
that.
now because you keep fucking talking over.
Why?
Yeah, I'm
Cry.
sobbing. Yeah. Okay. So,
Pride. You
Jin,
can't be mad people aren't
I'm going
respecting
to
in a
unmute
conversation
you
if you just mute
again.
people. You're gonna
Yeah, I
unmute me
don't give a
again?
fuck.
You're gonna unmute
No,
me
yeah.
again?
I'm going to mute and then unmute you when
Oh,
you
you
learn
said
to be
unmute.
good. Okay. So I did not talk over you first. What happened was you responded and did not stop talking when I said you are a synth clone. You went fucking ballistic. And from that point on, I stopped giving a fuck. And this is what I mean is that you guys have some sort of like autism disorder shared between the two of you that whenever you guys have a thought, you need to completely finish it no matter what the other person's saying, even if it comes in the middle of a fucking sentence. I'm going to unmute you now. You understand what I'm saying now. Here, I'll unmute Bunk first, and then Synth, you get 1 more minute in timeout.
Bro, the amount of projection. You're like, you have
W
to
protection.
say
W
something.
protection.
Yeah, you have to say something whenever it comes to mind. Dog, you literally cut through the middle of my. Everyone heard you do it, right? Everyone heard you
Yeah,
say,
wait.
"No, I'm not gonna let you."
Did you listen to
Calm
what I
down.
said?
See, just there. I don't even have to like call back to earlier parts in the conversation. You just did it. You just did it just now. The second thing comes to your mind, you immediately say it. You're just saying that I do that. You're trying to like switch our place in the conversation. It's really funny. I made fun of you for saying I was a synth clone instead of responding to my argument, and then I asked you to spit out your objection. If that's what you're talking about, yes, I 100% defend that. Everybody agrees that that would be justified. If you are no longer responding to my
you
argument,
fucking
I'm going to
animal,
make
bro.
fun of
Wait,
you. We're going to talk about ad
just, like,
hominems, and then I'm going to ask you to actually give
deleted
me the
your
response.
memory space for the past fucking 10 minutes. I just explained my position, and then you just ignored it and said you were going to say regardless. I said that before that.
No, you
I was
explain
in
your
the
position.
middle of a sentence.
Okay.
Oh, and now you're interrupting me this time. See?
I thought you were
So
done.
what
That's why I
happens
immediately
is
stopped.
no. This is what you say. You say, I think you're done, just like randomly whenever you have a thought in your head. And when I'm interrupting, right, it's usually with, hey, look, I don't want you to talk because you're going to strawman me. And then when you interrupt me, it's some sort of fucking like nonsense, and it goes on for a really long time. Oh, wait, chill. Synth still unmuted. 1 sec.
Yeah, so the problem is you say I think you're gonna strawman me. You haven't even heard what the fuck I'm gonna say, okay? So I don't know what the fuck you mean.
I've
I
usually
think.
heard what
Oh
you
my
said.
god! Like literally, dude, the
I
projection. It's
let you finish
insane.
the
It's
sentence.
unreal.
Wait, I'm
No, the
not
fuck
saying
you didn't. You
interrupt
cut
me.
me off mid sentence, dog. Like I listen, dude. If this is your
You
perception
said
of
the subject
conversation,
of the
real
sentence.
quick, please be
Look.
quiet. Be quiet. Stop. Stop.
All
Be
right, let's
quiet.
hear it. Let's
Stop.
hear
Be
it.
quiet. Stop. All right. This is the thing that you're doing. You're doing the exact thing that you're accusing me of doing. I have tried to have a good faith conversation with you, and then immediately you started accusing me of being sent, in which case I started immediately going after you. Obviously, I attacked you back. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be nice to you after you start insulting me. That's how the internet
Why
works.
is
If you're
it an
going to...
insult?
Oh my God, shut the fuck up. Holy shit, dude.
It's not that serious, bro.
Holy fuck,
Why
bro.
is being called
I
synth
can't get
Bro.
a word with you.
Bro,
got a whole
Pride Paradian is going crazy over here.
Wait,
Dude, you know what, Proud? You win this argument. You've really destroyed my
No, it's
arguments
not
when you
that
said,
fucking
how
serious.
is my
Why-
obvious insult meant to be an insult? I don't know,
Why
dude.
is
That was
why is
profound.
calling you a synth clone an insult to you? If I'm just making the description,
It's
you
obviously
sound
an insult. Are you retarded? Are you like autistic? Like obviously it's an insult.
You
Like
guys,
saying you're unoriginal is not an insult. Yeah, genius.
Hey, Proud Physician, I think that you're really gay and annoying, right? And I think I'm just making an observation when I say that, right? I think you're really gay and annoying. That's an observation. Is that an insult? That's
do
pretty.
you guys
Is that an
wait? I have a
insult?
question. Do you guys talk to your parents like this?
No, I talk to you like this.
Bro, have you talked to your parents at all?
Yes, all the time. I love.
I
my
am
parents.
being
What about
mean to
guys?
you now.
Wait,
you are
Sin, do you have a
deserving.
good relationship with your parents?
Oh, I got a pretty good relationship with my mom.
That's good.
Don't talk to
What
my
about
dad
you,
much.
Bunk? Oh, rip.
I
What
mean, I
about
don't
you,
know,
Bunk?
dude. It's kind of been on and off with my parents. I've been helping my dad get into shape recently. That's the big thing. That's the biggest connection I have with my parents.
Wait, is the reason your parents are okay with you? Is the reason your parents are okay with you, Proud Nation, because whatever's wrong with you is genetic?
I'm sure let that sit for a little.
I hope
Bro's like stunned lock, and he's like, I'm just gonna let it
No,
sit.
he's like meditating on the thought. You know, he's just like he's
No,
doing that deliberation.
I
You
just
know,
don't
he's doing some of
understand
that
this.
right now.
It's so
He's
it's just
he's
not
putting
that
his whole
deep, y'all,
72
bro. I
IQ
don't know what
points to good
say.
use.
Y'all are so mad for what, bro? I actually just don't understand.
I'm sorry. You were the one who started having a breakdown, started like spurg raging and not letting me talk, and then complained about me being mean to you after you directly insulted me. I'm sorry. I don't
so
feel like I'm the one
confused.
who's mad right now. I just don't. I feel like if you
I
were to
don't
compare
think
the
you're
two of us and our
comprehending what's
behavior throughout the
going on.
conversation, I
You're
feel
just
like you seemed a
lying.
little more mad.
You really? That'd be interesting.
You're a liar. Nuh-uh. That's not true.
Yeah, the utilitarian can accept that. Yeah, the utilitarian can grant that. That's fine.
Alright. So yeah, I
This
think they're
guy's
just,
really
like,
annoying.
delving into
He's so
incoherent
gay.
reasoning. Wait, how many YouTube subscribers do you guys have?
Bunk's got more than, which
I
means
got
I'm.
2K, dude. I'm probably doing better than you on YouTube. I'm not gonna lie.
Me, yeah, but
You're also doing better than me. I got like 1K. Sucks.
how long have you been making content?
How long have I been making content? Political content I've
Yeah.
been making for about a year.
And are you a cis man, a trans guy? Or what is your
I'm a
gender?
cis woman.
Cis woman.
Yeah, look, that's just accepted under particular.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. But yeah,
Okay.
I mean, if we don't disagree on
Bang your
anything,
chat, dude.
it's fine.
I mean, I don't know. Synth disagrees with you. I guess they can have that conversation instead of
Yeah, we can talk about
instead of
socialism again.
education.
It's fine.
You want it?
We're
Are you sure that's the topic you want to take?
That's the
Yeah,
you
wait,
wanna
you
go?
got violated last time. You said that.
You think you did well? No,
Yeah,
you don't think that. No, you don't think that.
Whoa, I'm gonna close the barnyard door on you again.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they probably think they did really good in the conversation they just had. So.
True.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if they don't. think
Anyways,
that.
okay. Bunk, I thought we were debating synth now. If you want to get involved, by all means.
No, I'm making fun of you. Bunk's also making fun of you. We're making fun of you together because it's funny, right? You lost any kind of remote ability to have a kind of like rapport where people would have like good faith conversations with you. Now you're just being made fun of. Yeah, correct.
It's been 2 people, and anyways.
Yeah, no shit. Like 2
Okay,
people started
well,
making fun of you after you like bombed the conversation and muted one of them.
Okay,
You muted Bunk, then I stepped in to make fun of you.
Oh yeah, sure. If you guys
Oh
are
no, I'm gonna get muted on Discord by Pride Parading? No, no, not muted.
genuinely, I think you guys are
Dude,
more
this guy's
mad
like
over
Darth
the
Dawkins'
muting shit.
son.
Based
Yo.
Muting people. It's like, I'm doing really
Wait,
good,
no.
guys. I'm doing really good. I promise I'm doing really good in the
Genuinely, I
conversation.
don't understand how you guys are still on this. Anyways, Sin.
I'm on it because it's
you-
funny. It's really funny to
Oh
keep
my
calling
God.
How do you
Okay,
instantiate?
you know
You
what?
probably shouldn't debate socialism, Rowan. You probably shouldn't.
Okay,
We
is
saw
this
how it went last time
all
with you
my
and me,
ops?
bro.
Tom,
Okay.
Rowan did all my ops.
You need more people,
my
bro.
ops. See, I don't need anybody. Look,
You need more
just
people,
got
bro.
A fucking train ran on me for the past hour, bro. I don't need to
Sorry,
say
Keith, how
Wait,
about
wait, real quick.
you're
I just want to
playing
get
solo,
an answer
bro?
on this
Wait,
from Rowan.
Keith,
You
Let's-
probably
let's-
obsessed about
stop.
me for an hour, right? I didn't think
Wait,
about
I
you
just have a
once.
question for Rowan. I just have a question for Rowan.
I didn't think about you
what?
once. That's the difference, bro.
Wait, real quick,
Okay,
wait, Keith. Let me just ask Rowan a question. Yeah, Rowan, what's like the
I
fundamental
did think about
ethics
your
point of
mom, but
worldview?
yeah. Anyway,
What'd you say, Eric?
What?
Yeah, sorry. What's
I-
the fundamental reference point of your worldview, Roan? The fundamental reference point from which all
Yeah,
facts
sorry.
derive.
Allah,
On what grounds possibility and impossibility?
What's that which is fundamental and ultimately the source of all possibility and impossibility?
Allah.
Let's go. Correct answer. Right answer. Let's fucking go.
Anyways, Sinthe, just to remind you and everybody here, a popular point that you made during our debate was that Mao, when he was using capitalism, was using it differently than the rest of the world because
Yeah, of course he was.
Chinese people understand capitalism in like some sort of fundamental different sense than
Wait,
everybody else.
you understand this doesn't make me look stupid, right? Like, yeah, that's obviously correct.
Okay, yeah, wait. So do you have a warrant for that? Like Chinese people have like their own version of capitalism the same
the
as the
fact
rest of
that-
the fucking world. You
The
fucking
fact that they live in the
Yeah,
fact
wait.
that they live in a different country that speaks a
China-
different language, you retard.
Okay. Wait, you think if you have a different
Wait, are you-
language? Wait,
You
okay,
have
is there
different
a difference-
understandings of words if you have a different language? Yeah, no shit, retard. Yeah.
Okay, what's the difference between agua and water? Dipshit.
The
Answer the
difference
fucking question.
The difference
Yeah,
between agua and water is going to be that they're
Yeah.
different fucking words. I mean the same thing, you retard.
Okay, perfect. So capitalism and whatever it fucking means in Chinese mean the same thing. So there's no fucking
What?
different understanding.
What does
Same word.
capitalism mean in Chinese? What does capitalism mean in Chinese? I know what it means in English.
It means in English.
Is that the word they use in China? They use capitalism? In Mandarin, they use capitalism?
No, they find the word for capitalism in the Chinese
Yeah, that's close enough.
language.
Yeah, the word's close enough.
Oh my god, you're actually brain dead. So do you think Mao read Marx and Engels?
I'm sure that Mao read a lot of Marx and Engels. I'm not sure he's read all of them, no.
Wait, base. So when he's reading them in translation, what do you think they translate capitalism as?
Wait.
Do you think it's radically different?
Wait, no, you can't possibly think Marx is the person who defined how the world uses the term, right? Like Lenin didn't use the term capitalism the same way Marx did. And he was a Marxist.
Okay. I'm thinking that
No, you're not.
are just mentally incompetent at this point.
Okay.
When
What do you think Marx meant when he said capitalism?
Simply no idea. However,
You have no clue?
no idea. I'm assuming he's probably like referring to a specific mode of production.
What do you think that mode of production was?
I don't want to go down the dialogue tree what Marx believed. I just have not read enough Marx.
Then why would you appeal to Marx's beliefs, you retard?
No, I'm just saying that Marx used the fucking word, and that word was
What did he-
translated as a fucking companion
Yeah,
word in Mandarin.
what
you
did he-
fucking retard.
No
You
shit,
can't
he
use
used the word, you
Oh, yeah,
retard. No shit, he used the word. He used the
You
word
can't
differently than most Marxists did. Most Marxists have a
Okay,
different
fine.
definition than
Okay.
Marx did for the modes of production. Marx didn't create a delineation between
Any-
socialism and communism, right?
Okay.
But
I
most
think
Marxists
you're
have a difference between those
confused.
two
I
terms.
think you're confused. And
I
this is
know
your
more about the
eighth grade
subject than
reaction.
you. I'm not
No, you
confused.
don't.
I'm
You don't
teaching
know
you.
about Mao at all. Look, nobody's
I don't know
teaching
about Mao.
anybody.
You don't even know
Yeah,
what a
we
mode
don't
of
know about
production
Mao.
is.
Wait, what's actually?
You don't even know what a mode of
What's the topic
production
of the
is.
conversation? What's the topic of the
The topic
conversation?
is socialism.
Nope, we're talking about.
Yes, it was. You said you wanted to talk about socialism.
Yeah, and then instead of talking about socialism, you brought up our previous debate, in which I brought up a point that you made, and now we're discussing.
I brought up the previous debate to say you lost that one after you said you won.
Yeah, and I'm bringing up.
You're
why
so
you lost.
autistic.
Okay, yeah, I think you're confused here. We're talking about a specific point you're made, and now you're trying to pivot to a
The
separate
specific
discussion
point.
about
The specific point being that
animal, calm down.
you
So,
keep calling people animals. You sound like a
yes,
retard.
Yeah,
The
wait,
specific
I'm
point
not retard.
being that
You
Mao
are-
used the term capitalism differently than other people in the past or the world as a whole does. Yeah. He uses it differently
have
than
a
China does. Than China does today. Of course he uses it differently. The fact that China says they exist under a socialist market economy. Dumbass.
Mao would not consider. Wait, why is it?
You said
Mao
he's using the
considered-
Marxist definition, right? He's using the Marxist definition?
No, I'm saying he's using the colloquial definition of capitalism that was used to describe the other nations around the world that typically had an industrial-owned economy without any. Not industrial-owned, industrial economy, privately owned. Chill.
You think you
By
can't
the
have you think you can't have capitalism without industrialization? According to like Mao
no,
or
I'm
most
thinking-
Marxists?
He probably said, yeah, you probably could, but within the specific historical.
Then that's not the
context.
definition he was using, right?
No, he's using a specific historical definition. He's talking about other capitalist nations and the
If
way
he-
that they insert themselves.
Bro, you
within
just
history.
have an obvious contradiction in your position, right? Like, no,
Okay,
there's no
what's
way that he's
the-
saying there's no way that he's saying you can have capitalism without industrialization while also using a definition of capitalism that entails industrialization. You're retarded.
Okay, so when somebody's talking about Nazism, right, and they're talking about Nazism in Germany, and you're like, oh wait, can they have Nazism without Hitler and without everybody who's in the current German population and
Yes.
stuff? And they'd be like, yeah, but when I'm talking about Nazism, I'm referring to specific German phenomenon.
No,
no
they wouldn't.
contradiction.
They would. Yes, there is. They would not be talking about a specific German phenomenon. That you could have Nazism without being German. Like if it's a non-German phenomenon. You retard. Your own example shits you.
That's actually so funny. Wait, so you think that you cannot refer to a specific historical movement and to another concept at the same time? Do you think? Okay, what's a great example of this?
Of course you can. That's even close to the argument we're having.
That's literally the argument that I'm making.
The issue you're having is you're confusing talking about two things and talking about two things while having one unified definition between the two. Do you understand that?
He's saying capitalism, and remember your original.
What do you think his definition of capitalism was?
Okay, when he's talking about capitalism, he's talking about the industrial economies with privately owned, like.
That's what I asked you. I didn't ask you what is he talking about. I asked you what's his definition.
I have no idea. He didn't advance a specific definition of capitalism. So I'm extrapolating.
You don't think he advanced a specific definition of capitalism?
Yeah, wait, can you name the book? I want the citation. Where did Mao advance a specific definition of
He doesn't need to. I don't need to cite a Maoist book to tell you he cited a specific definition. He'd be using the Marxist one, according to you.
I did not say he was using...
Yes, you did.
Okay, Sinthe, I said that the word capitalism was present in the Chinese language with its Mandarin counterpart because there was a translation of the works of at least Marx and Engels who used the word capitalism when they were writing. So it's not. You don't think
the term capitalism predated Marx in Chinese?
I don't know, but I'm giving you an example of the fact that there's.
They wouldn't translate books to Mandarin. Mandarin is the spoken language, retard. The written language is Chinese.
My bad. I guess whatever. When I'm talking about Mandarin, I'm just talking about Chinese. I didn't know that. Thanks for the fun fact. First thing I've learned.
You understand Mandarin's going to be like one spoken language that exists in China. There's a bunch of other spoken languages that exist in China, and they all use the Chinese written language.
Look, there's probably going to be translations for capitalism in all those languages, and you have to provide a reason why they're different.
When it was introduced, no, I don't think they had audiobooks at the time. Maybe that's just me. Maybe they actually did have audiobooks at the time.
Okay, are you serious?
But I thought, yeah, of course I'm serious. You're retarded.
Okay.
You're like a joke, right? You're just so smug about this topic. Jack shit about you. You don't even know what capitalism is. You debate socialism. You have no idea what the term means.
Did they have a word for America when Mao was talking and he was talking about America?
Yes.
Is there a word for that in Mandarin?
Yes, there's a word for the term. Yes, there was a word in Mandarin.
Okay. And why does American mean the same thing in English as it does in Mandarin, but capitalism doesn't?
The term American in English, the term America in English, and the term America in Chinese. It's going to be very, very, very tied to a very specific thing, which is very easily defined. Meanwhile, economic terms, very, very difficult to draw solid lines around because they don't have borders like countries do.
Okay.
Which is why even today, you see different people using the term socialism differently. You see Bernie Sanders and the average American using socialism even differently from one another, and still wildly different from how somebody like Karl Marx would have used the term.
Okay, yeah, but the problem is, if in the context of Mao's translated works, when he's talking about capitalism, he's talking about the specific phenomena around him, which was an industrial economy based on...
I want to hear that again. He was talking about the society around him when he was talking about capitalism?
The societies around him, like what the economic system of the countries.
What countries?
I'm going to say like Europe and America, and then I don't know, I think Germany, but I think this was during World War II. So I don't know if he was making any. You said he was just referring to the fascists.
Do you think he was talking about Russia?
No, he definitely was not talking about Russia.
Really? Why wouldn't he be?
Because he said, I think in his memorial to Stalin, he was like, Stalin's like the greatest leader ever, and his socialist republic will live on forever.
Yeah, they're a socialist republic that existed under a capitalist mode of production. You understand? This wasn't even just the position of.
Yeah. Okay, that's your claim. Wait.
No. This is Lenin's claim.
Yeah. Now I want you. Do you think that like Stalin would be like, yeah, I'm a capitalist, and the USSR is capitalist?
You think? Are you sorry? Ask the question again.
Do you think Stalin would consider the USSR capitalist?
I think I have no fucking clue what Stalin would consider the USSR, given that he constantly switched the definition of socialism depending on the context. But if you're saying like, what has he publicly stated? I think he's publicly stated that it was communist and that it was socialist at different points, and at some points that it was capital. Under Lenin, right, he said that it was capitalist in the new economic policy. Do you want to go read that?
Yeah, I think the new economic policy was departed from as soon as Stalin took power. That shit was irrelevant. It completely got changed. I think there was a
you
couple
think-
like, yeah, they left that shit in the.
Think it
dust.
was really?
yeah,
You think
we
that
looked at
Stalin's
that.
taking a really? When do you think the NAP was? When do you think the NAP was first put into place?
Wait, what is the thing that you're talking about again? The new economic.
What is
policy?
What is day one of enacting the new economic policy? What date was that?
Wait, and I think Stalin, I know, abolished it. At some point.
You said when you think he abolished it the moment he took power?
Not at the moment he took power.
That's what you
Obviously,
just said.
That was hyperbole.
That wasn't hyperbole. That was you being wrong. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
You just don't know what you're talking about. You don't even know what the fuck Stalin meant when he said socialist.
Stalin was initially non-committed to the NEP. Stalin then enacted a system of collectivization during the Great Procurement Crisis of 1928 and saw the need to quickly accumulate capital for vast industrialization. A program introduced with the 5-year plans and else. Yeah.
When
wait.
Stalin said he was a Marxist, what do you think that term meant to Stalin?
To Stalin, I have no clue. I haven't read enough Stalin.
What do you think the term socialism meant to Stalin?
Probably like the historical movement described by Marx and Engels, and also like the
historical movement is not what Marx and Engels were using when they used the term socialism
no,
or communism.
Okay. Well, if you want me to like finish the point, I can. But if you guys,
you're already mistaken. You're already just mistaken. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
You think that? All right, just to be really clear, I'll let you finish whatever point you're going to make, but I want to make sure that we both heard it correctly because you're going to pretend you didn't say this later, that it was hyperbole or something. You think that Marxists, when they said socialism, were referring to a historical movement?
No, I think that's part of it, right? There's a specific stage in Engels' conception of Marxist theory of history that is socialism, which then leads to communism. Or I guess
not according to Engels. Not according to Engels or Marx. No.
Yeah, I guess the Marxist-Leninist line is the one that Stalin would probably be identifying with.
The Marxist-Lenin, yeah, so not the Marxist one.
If you think Marxist-Leninists aren't Marxist, then yeah, sure.
Of course, their definition is not the same as the Marxist one. Yeah, they're not orthodox Marxists. They're a different group of people who have like a different ideology, who use different definitions for the terms that we're talking about, which is what's relevant here.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, Stalin.
You should also free my boy Bunk. Free my boy Bunk. Sorry,
okay,
free my cisgender woman Bunk.
If they promise not to like spurg or do anything annoying, sure.
Dog, the only annoying spurgy person in this conversation, either of the conversation's been you. You don't know anything about the subject.
Whatever you say. So okay, I think I know plenty. But so yeah, if you're just claiming that Stalin used a Marxist-Leninist definition and not a hardline Marxist one, that's fine. I didn't make any.
Of course he uses the Marxist-Leninist definition. Whatever definition he uses is the one that the Marxist-Leninist definition.
I don't know why you said he used a Marxist one.
You said that you said that the Chinese were using a Marxist one. I'm asking you, do you think
Stalin.
Stalin was using that one? I never said Stalin was using the Marxist one.
No, I think once again, I think not Xi Jinping, chill. Mao is using the Marxist-Leninist one, and he's referring to when we say about capitalism, not what's it called?
Okay.
The socialist.
Do you think
stuff. He's referring to a specific mode of production and the historic like civilizations that use that mode of production and the parts
historic.
Of society.
Mao was using a definition that appealed to historic civilizations that use the definition.
Historic in our time, not in his.
Okay. What are the ones that are that would be historic in our time that he was thinking about? He had in mind. Russia? That's it?
No. Okay.
What are the lists?
We're talking about capitalism. I think places like
not capitalism, socialism, buddy. Keep up. You're talking about
We're
socialism right
talking-
now.
No. We're talking about capitalism, idiot.
No, you're
The fuck?
confused. No, you're confused.
Wait a minute. Are we talking about socialism or capitalism?
Socialism. We are socialism right now. Yeah, you are so
Oh,
confused,
okay.
right? You're supposed to be giving. What are the things that would be historical in our time but weren't in his that he was thinking about when he said socialism?
Definition of capitalism. Wait. His definition
No,
of
it was
socialism was the Marxist-Leninist one.
You think his definition of socialism was the Marxist-Leninist one?
Yes.
What do you think the Marxist-Leninist one is?
It's a point in the historical progression towards communism.
No, it isn't.
It isn't really.
No, it isn't.
I mean,
Why do you think that?
me.
What do you think the mode of production being described would be called by Marx?
Mode of production?
Yes.
Probably I think workers owning the means of production is the one he did.
That's not-
socialism.
That's
And
not
then
a that's not a mode of production, dog.
Okay, then I don't understand what you're saying. Explain.
You don't know anything about the subject. You're just bloviating.
Whatever you say.
So you're just to keep in mind, your argument is that Mao is using a definition of socialism that you think is like the standard one for most of the world, and it doesn't even comply. It doesn't even comply with the one that Stalin was using, which isn't the one that's standard for the world either, and it doesn't comply with Marx's definition. It doesn't comply with the Vietnamese definition. It doesn't comply with the modern American definition. It doesn't comply with the modern European definition. Didn't comply with Rosa Luxemburg's. It does not comply with literally most definitions of the term because none of them fucking comply with each other. There are a bunch of disparate terms. The only ones that are going to be standard are going to be the ones for like within specific contexts, for specific cultures and specific languages.
Talking about remember, you're trying to pivot once again. You said that when Mao's talking about capitalism in Mandarin or when he's writing about it in Chinese, he's referring to a distinct phenomenon that is actually separate from what the rest of the world says when they're saying capitalism.
Shit. Yeah, that's not a pivot. I just told you why I think that.
You're talking about socialism now, you fucking retard.
Holy shit. His term socialism and capitalism will be terms which both entail the negation of the other one. So like, yeah, no shit, they're both going to be relevant.
Okay, Synth, I think you're confused.
I think you're confused about everything regarding this topic.
You have to warrant why Mao's specific definition is relevant. So I'm going to ask you, what is Mao's definition of socialism?
Mao's definition of socialism is going to be wildly inconsistent, but generally the traits that Mao's talking about when he's talking about socialism are closer to a relationship to imperialism, and additionally, depending on the context, he's either using it before one date, he's using it the way that like Stalin would use it, and after one date, he's going to be using it in his own kind of like proprietary way to describe as sort of like a sort of feudalistic, sort of like a post-feudalistic socialism, where like the peasants on the means of production.
Okay, and since I'm actually, this is news to me. Where did you get this information?
Everything about this conversation is news. You don't know anything about the subject.
Yeah, wait, but what's your like scan for this information about Mao? Which book?
My scan?
Yeah, like
what does that mean?
Where's the page you got it from? Within the books?
I don't think Mao never anywhere gave an explicit definition of socialism. If you want to figure out Mao's definition of socialism, you have to look based on the usages. Okay,
so which usages are you referring to?
I think I'm saying post the Sino-Soviet split, his usage was the one that I'm talking. The latter usage I mentioned, and pre-Sino-Soviet split, it was one that was more in line with Stalin.
Okay, and when you are talking about post like Sino-Soviet split, what writings are you referring to?
So I'm not referring to specific writings. I'm referring to his public usage of the term. He also wrote like anytime he used any writing in which he used the term socialism would be an example of a writing, right? But the point that I'm getting at, it's not like specific writings or a specific definition written in a book. It's his. Yep, no shit. We have to because he doesn't have a specific definition he ever wrote down. I understand,
but you're just saying this, and then you're like, my source is the way he used it. But yes. Like when, where, and I don't know.
Post Sino-Soviet split, you fucking retard. I already told you that.
Okay, in what context? Where did you hear him say this?
Literally every time he ever used the word, every time that he said that you could have, every time that he ever said that you could have socialism, without having a one world takeover, or any time afterwards when he said you could have socialism only through a world revolution.
When did he say we need socialism through a world revolution? The only way to have socialism is through a world revolution.
You think that's a direct quote?
No, yeah, but you're just making this up. You're saying actually there's a plethora of statements made by Mao post Sino-Soviet split about
Yes.
yeah, but you haven't cited a single one in any context.
You just want me to grab you specific quotes from Mao? I'll just grab you specific quotes from Mao.
I have no idea. It'd be great if you give me post-Sino-Soviet split quotes that Mao saying that actually for socialism to occur, we need full world revolution.
Yeah, here we go. Under socialism, private peasant ownership is transformed into the public ownership of socialist agriculture. This has already taken place in the Soviet Union, as it will take place everywhere else. This is a bridge leading from private property to public property, which in philosophy is called identity or transformation into each other, or interpretation. There we go. Direct example, exactly the way I said it was.
Wait, so that has nothing to do with the entire world being socialist for socialism?
That has something to do with the fact that he's saying it can be done through peasantry, as opposed to the other definitions that people use, which would be it being done through like the working class, or not the peasants, according to Marx.
Okay, who do you think the working class was in fucking China?
The working class in China were an extremely small group of industrial workers.
Okay, what is working class?
Do you think peasants were proletariat?
Wait, what does working class mean to you?
Working class means somebody who lives off of the who requires selling their labor as a person to a person who has like rents over factories and means of production.
So do you think like I guess wait, hold up. Do you think that there's like countries that wait, actually that's
what was the point?
Definition. Whoa,
No, it's not crazy. That's the normal Marxist definition, retard. Normal Marxist definition.
Wait. He's talking about the working. Okay, the working class to you is just people who live in factories owned by like people, right?
That's not people who live in the factory. Are you fucking retarded?
Work in factories.
Yes, who have to work on the means of production which are owned by somebody else, and that person gets a rent. They're called the bourgeois. The other person gets surplus value extracted. They're called the proletariat, according to Marxists. Yes.
I think Mao is probably splitting from Marxist there, and he's just identifying the proletariat with. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That doesn't mean that he's using socialism in this radically different way. He still agrees with the main.
Dog, you said my definition was crazy. What about my definition is crazy?
I think. Wait, I think you're just like pivoting. Like, can we move on from
I'm not
that?
pivoting. You made a fucking stupid ass claim. Tell me why my definition. Tell me why my definition. Tell me. Yeah, of course I'm angry at you. Yeah, of course I'm angry at you. You didn't get me on shit. You were running away.
Wait, let's move. Wait. You want me to? I'll tell you.
Why was my definition crazy? Why was my definition crazy?
Your definition of working class, in my opinion, is crazy because you're maintaining the hardline orthodox Marxist view, which I believe has been.
It's not my definition. It's the Marxist definition. I told you that 8 times in a row. Yeah, no shit. No shit. The definition. No shit. The definition complies with Marxist. That's the point. You think my definition is crazy?
Yeah, I think your definition is crazy because I don't think that I or anybody else uses working class that way within the 21st century. And when
they don't use socialism the way Marxists do either. If you ask me what the Marxist definition of socialism was, it would be different from the definition I use.
Once again, right? You use the fucking Anglo definition of socialism that nobody else gives a fuck about in the entire world.
What do you mean? No, we are speaking English, retard. What language are you speaking? What language are you speaking?
Okay, English. And let's move on.
Is that an Anglo language? Sorry, is that an Anglo language?
Wait. Now, see, I hope
answer the question. Answer the question.
You're running.
Answer the question. I'm running. I'm chasing you down. Yeah, I'm running towards you. Yeah. Go ahead and answer the question.
That's great, Sinthe. That was a fucking.
Answer the question. Answer the question.
About the language I'm speaking. I'm speaking English, which is an Anglo language.
It's an Anglo language. So you care. So then you care about the Anglo definitions, don't you? Because we're speaking an Anglo language.
When I'm referring to Anglo, I'm referring to the Anglo-Saxon English world, as in British world of
what the fuck are you talking about?
Okay,
I'm not talking about British. I'm talking about the English definition, the Anglo one, the American one, right? It's more in line with the way that Americans use it than the British use.
Okay, look. See, now you're getting distracted, and let's go back to the
distracted by what? I'm pursuing the stupid thing you just.
No, idiot.
Stop running like a bitch. Stop running like a bitch.
You're running like a bitch, and everybody can see it. Your ass.
Nobody here thinks that. Name a single. Unironically, appeal to literally anyone else in the room who thinks that I'm running away. Name a single. Go ahead and appeal to a person. I'll appeal to people.
Okay, yeah, your fucking friend, I bet. Anyways.
Literally anybody in the room. Is there a single person? Anybody in the room who disagrees with me, speak up.
Okay, you haven't named a single.
Nothing. Fucking dead air. Dead fucking air.
Dude, this is crazy, bro. I actually have no idea this fucking new strategy.
Do you think you're doing well here?
Yeah, wait, you just completely like derailed off the China shit and you spammed
I'm
answering the
asking.
question.
I'm
Listen,
asking. Yeah, I'm asking you to
I'm
answer
gonna
my
mute
fucking
you again.
question, and you're gonna mute me again. I'm just gonna make fun
Yeah.
of you if you mute me. If you mute me and unmute me, I'm gonna make fun of you.
Excited.
I'm not gonna engage with your arguments in good faith if you're gonna mute me.
How about this? How about
Wait,
this?
hold on, Synth. They're gonna get excited if you degrade them. I don't know if you want to. I mean, if
Real.
I actually whatever.
Oh,
If
Proud
you allow
Phoenician.
me,
You changed your name to Proud Phonetics. You're stuttering constantly. Holy
was
shit, dog. I don't want to
banger,
hear anything
banger.
from. Yeah, I'm
Anyway,
making fun of you. Yeah, correct. I'm making fun of you.
Synth, give me
You threatened to
3
mute me.
minutes.
No, I'm not giving you shit. You just said you'd mute me. I'm gonna make fun of you now. I'm gonna make fun of you and interrupt you.
I wasn't going to mute you. I was.
You just said you
threatening
would.
Did I? I have the power.
Yes,
to
you
do whatever
did.
I want. You're
You
so.
said you're gonna mute me again. Yeah, that's what you said.
I didn't actually mute
Dog,
you.
you're like,
That's what
you're
I'm
such
asking.
a fucking Discord moderator. You're such a Discord moderator right now.
Dude. I'm
Dude,
not Discord moderating you. You're fucking ass mad over nothing. Dude, chill. Just give me
You just said you're gonna
3
mute. You
minutes.
said you.
Bro,
No, I'm gonna keep
instead of
interrupting.
being ass mad, I'm just gonna keep server muting you if you insult me. You're really mad right now.
I'm
You
not
stop being
going to
simple.
server mute Bunk.
You
I'm
stop
not
being
going to
mad.
server mute
Stop
him
being
for
mad. Stop
like,
being mad at me.
shit her
You need to stop
for
being mad.
insulting me. What I'm going to do is just
I'm-
talk without being interrupted.
No, I'm
Please.
gonna keep interrupting you. You said you said you
Because
mute
you're
me.
dodging. You're dodging. Okay.
What am I dodging? What question have you asked that didn't get answered?
Okay. The question that I've asked that hasn't been answered is that Mao, if he was using the Marxist-Leninist definition of socialism and the Stalinist definition of socialism in his earlier works, but suddenly shifted to this new definition provided by you, right? That if that were true, that there was some sort of shift, you would have to warrant that. And when I asked you for the warrant, you gave a specific claim. I mean, a quote that said the working class in China is going to be made up of peasants. And you said that's proof that it's the case that he's no longer using the Stalinist definition because Stalin is only referring to the hardline Marxist definition. But it seems like Stalin and Lenin have a very different conception of working class than Marx does because of the fact that there's been I actually think Lenin anticipates this, that there's different usages of the word in I guess what's it called?
Bro, you were supposed to be giving me the question you thought wasn't gonna get answered. Now you're just rambling like a retard.
No, chill. This question
Spit it out.
Okay. I want a quote that specifically warrants that Mao shifted his definition away from the Marxist-Leninist line.
So the one that I gave you was the one in which he used the term socialism to refer to he used the term socialism to refer to an idea in which the peasant class control the means of production, telling you the Stalinist definition does not comply with this.
Okay, what is the Stalinist definition? And
The Stalinist definition would make sure that the working class are the industrial workers.
Okay. So once again, if Stalin is talking about in the Russian context, industrial workers own the means of are the proletariat working class.
So your question got answered, right?
The question was answered, but not in an accurate way, right?
What about my question was? What about my answer was wrong? What about it was incorrect?
Well, I was explaining that.
No, you weren't.
The reason why your answer is incorrect is because Stalin was describing socialism within a Russian context in which there was industrial laborers who actually made up the typical Orthodox Marxist working class. However, in China, which was sort of a semi-colonial, in-war, semi-feudal state, there needed to be a shift from the classical view of the proletariat because in different countries, different circumstances exist. So when Mao was applying Marxist-Leninism, he was designating his proletariat as the peasantry, but the definition of proletariat as the lower end of society who are living off of.
That's not what the proletariat mean, you fucking retard. Go ahead. Keep going. Hang yourself. Get more rope to hang yourself with. Go ahead.
Okay. The definition that they seem to be sharing of the proletariat, to me, I could be wrong, is the lower end of society that have to pay and work to live and do not have ownership over either the places where they work, i.e. fields and such, or the places where they live, and they're actually like paying landlords and stuff, and they are specifically dependent on them. They're just overall dependent workers who generally have their own like consciousness. They create things and such. Yeah.
Do you know what the have you heard of the kulaks?
Yeah.
What do you think the kulaks were proletariat?
I think that they probably would not be because they think they aligned with separate class interests.
Do you think that a proletariat can't align with the class interest of the bourgeois?
I think that they can, right? But it would
Okay.
make them not okay. It would not make them proletariat in the same way that like a bodyguard for some like rich guy would not be proletariat anymore.
They would be
within the
proletariat.
class struggle. Yeah, but not within the class struggle. He wouldn't be on the proletariat side.
Yeah, they literally would be part of the proletariat class.
Yeah, okay, if they're fighting against the proletariat.
What do
right?
you
I'm not going.
What do you think labor aristocrats are?
What do you mean when you say labor aristocrats?
The Marxist term.
I'm not familiar.
It's a subgroup of the proletariat.
Okay, but what is entailed by being a subgroup of the
It's
proletariat?
So this, in really simple, ultra reductive terms, right? It's just going to be like, imagine a really rich proletariat, somebody who has the same relationship to the means of production as a laborer, but who has the wealth to be an aristocrat.
The wealth to be an aristocrat, but has the same like job as a laborer. Is that what you said?
Somebody who has the same relationship to the means of production as the proletariat, which is what
Okay,
makes you a proletariat. It's your relationship to the means of production. Class, as defined by Marx, Lenin, Stalin, and Mao. They all had different things that constituted relationship with the means of production. But that was the definition for all of them.
Okay, yeah, I think that they would not be part of the like main like working class proletariat. They would probably be part of the whatever. I think they like Mao specifically out.
You don't know what you're talking about. You're just gibberish. Unironically, like genuinely, I'll be. If you answer this question honestly, I'll be way nicer to you. Right? Do you actually think you're doing well here?
I think I'm doing great, man. I think I'm.
Well, then I'm gonna continue to be mean to you, because I know you don't think that. You're like stuttering and you're pausing and you're like, getting nervous.
You've run
failing
this
to
bit.
definition.
Okay, you've run this bit like 3 times. Right?
I just want to.
It's
I'm
really
trying to
old.
check it. I'm trying to check it. Yeah.
It's not that serious, dude.
I don't know. You sound pretty upset.
It's really not. I'm not upset.
You sound kind of like
just
nervous.
An inhuman fucking clone, and you're repeating this.
I'm a clone. Who am I a clone of?
Yes. Ask yourself.
I'm a clone of Ask Yourself.
Yeah, according to Mustafa.
I
trust Mustafa. He's
I don't
based
think
in a
I
lot
don't
of
think
things,
I don't think I sound like a clone of Ask Yourself. Maybe that's a
Oh my god, you used one joke that somebody else has also used. That means you're basically just copying
we
them.
got the number one.
I said what modality is a shitpost, and he's like,
That's
I was like,
true, dude.
I say a fucking AY quote is like a AY quote is like a shitpost, and like Cod Phoenicians, you're literally AY too, literally AY.
Okay, I've also been told that your rhetoric is similar, and before
how is it similar?
Look. I mean, I have no idea. I don't watch Ask Yourself, nor am I super
there are a lot of
involved.
things you don't seem to have many ideas about, but you seem to.
Yeah, true. I actually have no idea about like the inner like chronically online sub 100,000 people debate space on Discord.
Why would you use?
Yeah,
why the fuck would you use?
Encapsulate it, right? Like you literally are that space. You basically are that thing, right?
Why would you use comparisons to AY as a roast if you don't even know the guy?
I'm not saying it's
like,
a roast. I'm just saying you are a clone.
Of course, it's a roast. You retard.
Look, you have this like autistic problem where you just associate anything anybody says with some sort of an insult, and then you'll be like, "Why is this specific thing an insult?"
Of course, that's an insult. Of course, it's a fucking insult.
Well,
you're a clone of somebody with Fragile X syndrome. That's not an insult, by the way. Just an observation.
Yeah, the reason why being a clone of somebody is embarrassing in and of itself is because you have no actual personality.
So it is an insult, right?
It's an insult.
It is an insult, but it's not because it's Ask Yourself. It's because you're a clone. That's what I'm fucking saying.
Of a person.
Yeah, so it's an insult. You are
Dude,
yeah, that's what an insult is.
Wait, Bunk. I am insulting her, but the point is.
But then why did you deny that you were insulting me? Whenever you said it, why are you flip flopping on this?
I said you're a clone of Sinthe.
Yeah, and you said it wasn't an insult.
And you got mad.
Do you recall?
Yeah. But
you said it wasn't an insult.
Bunk,
no, dumb fuck.
It's not
Just answer me straight. Do you recall?
You fucking
yes or no?
I did not.
Yes
you're
or no?
misunderstanding the contents.
No, you're misunderstanding the question if you're not answering with yes or no. Yes or no? Did you say that?
Did I say what?
Did you say that it wasn't an insult?
Like everybody else heard you say.
I never said it wasn't an insult. I asked you why.
What
Oh my
the
god!
fuck?
Earliest case
Oh
of early
my God.
onset Alzheimer's
Look,
I've seen.
you
Holy shit, dude.
Bro, proud Phoenician, you're like a joke.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'm glad to be known as a joke between Synth and Synth's friend. Anyways, what I'm going to
Everyone in
repeat,
this VC is my best friend
Stop.
now. Everyone in the VC is my friend.
Based. Anyway, Synth.
Even you.
What I'm going to explain again is, and to Bunk, if you're willing to listen, is that when I'm saying you're a clone of somebody as an insult, and you're getting mad that I'm comparing you to the person themselves, not just being a clone, I'm going to clarify that being compared
No.
to Synth by itself is not an insult, but saying you are a clone is an insult because of the
That's-
fact that you don't have a personality. And
That's
the
really
point-
interesting. So when you say I'm a clone of Synth, what are you referring to?
your exact personality.
My personality? Do you think that my personality is mistakable for Synth?
Yeah. I think Glock
what
actually,
aspects of my personality are mistakable
You-
for Synth?
the way you talk, the way you laugh, the way you debate,
way
it's
I
all
laugh?
Synth. Yeah.
How do I change the way I laugh? I'm sorry. Can you please help me?
I mean, I don't know. It seems like
Yeah, you
you've
don't
like
know a lot of
cemented
things. You're
yourself.
really fucking dumb, right? I've gathered.
Well,
that.
you
Don't
sound
tell me you
really
don't
ass
know.
mad. Once again, you sound butthurt
I'm
for
being mean
being
to you.
compared to
Yes,
like
I
your
am
fucking
being mean
master.
to you. You are an annoying piece of shit. I am going to be mean
Oh
to you.
wait,
You're
I
insufferable to
triggered you
talk to.
somehow. Wait,
I
you don't
am
have to
triggered
talk
as
with
fuck,
me.
and you're
Leave.
annoying as fuck,
Leave.
dog. I
Leave.
don't,
This is
I don't know
not
why
your
you think
server,
like
buddy.
saying.
Bye. Bye. Not my problem. Leave. Anyways.
Is it, Brad? It's not yours
That's
either. It's fucking
profound.
Glock.
Wait, Glock. If you had to choose between banning me or banning Bunk,
Glock doesn't have to ban anyone.
well, no. If we had to remove somebody from the space, I think if we took a poll.
If we
the
take a
Bunk
poll,
person-
if we take a poll of the room, I guarantee you're gonna be. No. Nobody wants you to leave
Really?
because people like having little cows around.
Yeah, sure. Low cow, definitely not chronically online, definitely not autistic. Yeah, that's great.
You're definitely not autistic.
No, you're definitely not.
Bro,
Dude, this is what I'm saying, bro.
Oh, I agree. I agree.
listen, dog. What I'm trying to get through to you is that whenever you say like, "Oh, you're a clone of somebody," it's like clearly an insult. You know it's clearly an insult. I don't know why you think that lying about you saying that it was an insult is gonna get you out of it. Like, I don't know. I think if you can like, you can like gaslight the entire VC. I mean, it's gonna be very impressive if you can. I'd actually be shocked. But everybody heard you say it, so I don't know why you're going down that line. I guess the interesting parts to me that stand out is like you say, I talk like Synth. Yeah, no shit, I'm gonna talk like Synth a little bit. We talk to each other all the time. If you talk to somebody constantly,
Yeah,
you're gonna
I mean,
talk a little bit
if
similar
my
to them.
online bestie, like if I didn't have any IRL friends and we like sat on Discord debating people all day, I'd probably sound like them too. That's like fine. I agree.
Yeah,
It's
so who
just
do you
like you're a
sound like?
clone. I don't sound like anybody. I don't
Oh
have
no,
an
you just
online
said
best
since
friend
you
that
don't
I
have
fucking...
any. Oh yeah, you don't have an online best friend or IRL friends. Shit,
Oh,
dude.
no.
Sorry, dude. My mistake. I assumed.
Wait, I have
Dude,
IRL
I'm
friends,
owned.
but I don't copy their cadence because I'm not fucking talking with them for as long as you're
Do you
talking
think-
with Sin.
Do you think that mannerisms are just like you copy mannerisms? There aren't things that like ways of speaking that are picked up between people. You think that's a
Yeah,
thing?
but I think that I
Oh, you
think
do
that
think it's
that's
a thing. Okay.
yeah.
Can we do a
I-
proud Phoenician v Synth power scaling debate right now? Power scaling debate. Who would win? Who would win in a fight?
I'm just saying. I think I can take Proud Phoenician. Listen, Synth, this Proud Phoenician guy. They're a real jerk. I think that we should go do something about that. It's you and me, buddy. All right.
Bro.
We're gonna find him.
it's
We're gonna
simply
It's
show
actually-
him
not.
with swords.
See,
Okay, it's
you
gonna
guys,
be
you
a
guys are like
battle to the
proving
death.
the
It's gonna be
point.
an
You
anime
sound
debate.
exactly like each other, and you have the same personality, and it's
You sound
because
like
you
an
have no
annoying
other.
Yeah, I-
loser, dog. Shut the fuck
James,
up.
Somebody, no, you're so
I
triggered
think-
about this. I think it's really
Proud. I think
you're
he.
so triggered right now. You're triggered as fuck right now. You're triggered.
Who are you doing an imitation of? Like
You.
It actually sounded better than your
Yeah.
actual voice. Try and imitate
Based.
that.
Please,
okay,
God.
man. You're actually the authority on good voices. W.
You stop stuttering. Have confidence. Speak through your words like a normal person.
Dude, you're actually so mad. It's not serious. See, I just
I'm
will
not
never
mad. I'm trying to
understand.
help you. I'm giving you speech therapy right now. I'll help you through it. We can get through this together.
Proud Phoenician. You should become
He's done
trans.
locked, dude.
Yeah, I know he's froze.
He's completely done.
Proud.
I'm not,
become
when
trans.
I'm-
Become
okay.
transgender so you can go through voice therapy. Become transgender. The state will pay for your voice
when
therapy.
I'm Sinthe and Bunk, when I'm pausing.
I mean, with the amount that his
Okay,
pussy's
that's fine.
bleeding right now, he's basically a woman. So.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. I disavow the
no.
misogyny.
See,
Disavow.
when I'm pausing, it's not because I'm like stun locked or whatever fucking weird debate term you guys both use because you're the same fucking person. It's
Yeah,
because of the fact.
honestly, I could beat
Wait,
Proud
stop,
Phoenicia even without Shadow Clone Jutsu. Like honestly, the fight.
Stop. It's because the jokes you guys make are so incredibly cringe that everybody just needs to sit in silence as nobody else laughs, but the same people who made the joke.
I want to remind
just
you that
listen
the
to
last
it.
time you said that nobody was finding something funny, like 3 people unmuted and said that it was really funny, and that I was like clowning you. So
Yeah,
I don't think
wait,
you're a very good
yeah,
judge
oh
of the
yeah, that's
room or
actually
humor.
true.
I'm just
Wait,
saying.
Base,
Yeah,
the
it was
3
true.
people-
It was true, dude. Yeah, 3
Nope.
people speak up and are like, "Hey, this is pretty
Who-
fucking funny, dog." I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm doing pretty well.
Okay, the 3 people were Synth and
Does
then
he-
Mustafa, and then nobody else. You invented a third
Homeboy
person.
thinks that people need to like unmute to laugh to like reaffirm that like it's
How
really,
do you
really
know?
funny,
The
guys.
fuck? You got webcam access to everybody in this VC? Like I'm
No,
actually
I'm
so
reading
confused.
chat. I'm reading chat right now. They're saying they're laughing. You deranged.
Yeah, it's. I
freak.
just told you it's fucking Mustafa.
Oh my god, it's Mustafa. It's other people in the chat. Edith.
I've seen a YouTube video with training.
Yeah,
I don't- I've
Trinity's
never
debates
talked-
have been shared
Because-
around my
'cause-
server because people have come through a YouTuber, or not YouTuber, but like a community member known as Izzy Tan, who's friends with Noodles, and have found my
Oh yeah,
content
that's
I
because
also-
that's where I thought that's the community that I associate you guys with. And the
Oh,
Noodles
that's really
guys, a big fucking
strange
anime
because
nerd.
I'm not nearly in that community. I have like
Well,
2
you guys
Discord
talk
messages.
the same.
The
Yeah,
I
just like I talk like Synth and Synth talks like Ask Yourself, and everybody talks the same, dude.
Wait,
Listen,
if you think
everybody
you and
talks the
Synth
same
don't
to you
sound
because they all
alike,
don't
it's
have
kinda
speech
crazy.
impediments. Okay, the reason why you think that you're talking normal is because you're fucked up in the head.
No,
Okay,
Buck,
need help.
Buck, you're deeply confused. The reason that Proud Phoenician thinks everybody talks the same is because he can't hear differences in tones between voices, a symptom of autism. Be nice.
no, I gotcha. Sorry, I forgot about that one. Christ.
Okay.
Can we be
You guys-
Proud Phoenician?
wait, do you
Unironically,
seriously
can we be
think-
best friends? Can we be best?
Bro, I'm always willing to forgive and forget, but we
Let's
should
go.
finish
We're
the
besties.
debate. But and also you guys sound exactly alike. I don't know what you guys aren't winning this. You and
Is the
Bunk
Adderall?
sound exactly the
I'm
same.
sorry
It's the
that like
Adderall.
my voice has a similar tone to Synth, so people mistake.
No,
like,
you guys
shit.
have the same rhetoric, make the same jokes. It's actually it's
Yeah,
like
good
insane.
rhetoric. It's good rhetoric. You should pick it up.
It's
Just
not
start
good.
cop-
It's not
take
good
somebody
rhetoric,
else's
bro.
rhetoric. All right, stop doing whatever you're doing.
It's
and just,
not good rhetoric. Wait, I'm
I
not
think it's
trying to. Wait,
fantastic
chill.
rhetoric, dude. I think that you got crushed by me. You've gotten crushed by Synth, and now we're making fun of you, and now we're mocking you because you should deserve it.
I don't think.
I
No, I'm genuinely like, flabbergasted. Shit is not that simple.
Flabbergasted.
but-
Bro said flabbergasted. Bro is bro said flabbergasted. Bro's like this debate is scrump diddly umptious. Bro, this debate's got me.
Dude, it's Rowan like
dude.
commenting in the
This is
chat for me
crazy.
while he's getting roasted.
No, wait, I should listen to emoji. Like, I genuinely like,
He's
no
getting the
idea.
crying Rowan.
Yeah. It's just like I don't think that it's that serious. I don't know why y'all are like thinking of this in terms of some fucking huge.
Bro is literally like having a sensory overload. The autism is real. Synth, you were right. No, man, too many
This is,
people.
like,
Too many people talking at once. It's too loud.
Rowan, stop. Okay, everyone unmute. This is fucking over with. I'm tired of hearing this shit.
I'm sorry.